So this is going to be a very short video explaining exactly how to structure your program to get the best results. And this is suitable for a beginner or someone who's very advanced. We're going to go through how many days per week you should be training, what split you should be following. Should it be a full body, maybe upper lower, maybe push pull legs, maybe the typical bro split will work best for you. We're going to go through all of that in this video. So take notes and you'll be able to structure your workout based off this. So first of all, what you need to understand and come to the conclusion of is how many times per week do you want to train? So the want section. So this may be you want to train, I don't know, maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4. So if you want to train, say 2 or 3, what you got to come to realization of is that you're probably not going to get incredible results training from 2 to 3 times per week. Yes, you can definitely transform your physique and look great, but you're not going to be exceptional. You're not going to look really, really, really good. Maybe you are extremely busy, work and family life, and you can only fit in 2 or 3 sessions per week. Then obviously that's all you're going to be able to fit in. That's all you're going to be able to work with. You need to try and get the best results possible from that. Then we have the need section. So you may want to only train 2 or 3 times per week, but you want to look incredible. You want to be 90, 95, 100 kgs plus, pure muscle, pretty lean. You want to take this very seriously. You want it to be your main hobby. You want it to become your identity. You really want to go above and beyond with your nutrition, your sleep, your recovery, everything. So if that's the end goal and you only want to train 3 times a train 3 times a week, unfortunately, that's not going to work. You need to be training more. You need to be training 4, 5, 6, all the way up to 10. And I'll explain what I mean by 10 sessions per week. Okay, so this is what you need to come to the conclusion of first of all, the want versus the need. Now, let's say you can only do 3 times per week because that's all your work and family life commitments allow you to be able to fit into your weekly schedule. Now, 3 times a week, all you need to make sure is you have a minimum of a day's rest between each workout. So you could train Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Let's say your week is quite busy with work and you get up very early to go to work, you get home quite late, then I'll do Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday instead. It means you just got to fit in 2 sessions per week on the weekdays, and then you can fit in 1 session at the weekend. The best way to structure this would be, so you do upper, lower, upper. Now this upper body session will have everything included from shoulders pressing, chest pressing, horizontal rowing, vertical rowing, and then biceps and triceps. This one here would have exactly the same, but it will be different exercises. And this lower body session here would have everything lower body. So it'll be quads, glutes, hams, and hamstrings. If your focus is more on your quads, so you do 2 quad exercises, 1 glute hamstring exercise, and then 1 calf exercise. If you're concentrating more on the glutes and hams, so it'll be 2 glute ham exercises, 1 quad, and then 1 calf. You could also throw abs in here as well. And you just repeat this. So you go Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Next week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If you're doing Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, same thing. Okay, that's 3 times per week. That's for people who really can't fit in that much time to working out. Now, next will be 4 times per week. Probably the best amount of training per week for the majority of the population. You're going to get very good results with 4 times a week. You're not going to get exceptional results. I mean, you can't go and be like a pro bodybuilder. You can't be stepping on stage. You can't be looking like incredible 4 times per week. But you're going to get really good results regardless. And I would recommend the majority of people to do this. So people generally train 4 times a week. They're still like maybe hitting the drinks once or twice a week. They're still not really focusing on their sleep and nutrition, but they are taking it quite seriously because they're still going 4 times per week. Now this, you'd go 2 days on, 1 day off. So you go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off, Thursday, Friday. And then the good thing of this is you get the whole weekend off Saturday, Sunday. You don't have to do it like that. You could do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday off, Friday, Saturday. But the thing is, you do 2 on, 1 off, 2 on, typically then 2 off, and then 1, and then go again, 2 on, 1 off. How you structure this is I'll do upper, lower, upper, lower. So it's 2 completely different workouts. So this would be full upper body number 1, full lower body number 1. This would be full upper body number 2, full lower body number 2. So you've got completely different workouts and you're rotating through them as such. If you didn't want as much focus on your legs, then you could do something a bit different. You could do a push day, so PS, then you could do a pull day, PU, then you could do upper body day, and then a lower body day. We could switch these around. The lower body could go here, and the upper body could go here. That'd be a bit more upper body focus if you want to do it that way instead. Now, let's say you want to take it much more serious. You want to allocate 5 days per week to the gym, which is fantastic. 5 days per week is you're really hitting the intermediate to advanced section now, 5 times per week. So you want to split it into a 3 rest and then 2, or a 2 rest and then 3, depending on which days of the week you want to train on, basically. But what happens with this structure is the same days every single week, always the rest days. The same days are always the training days. So what you want to look at is, let's say you want to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday rest, and then Friday, Saturday. You could change this around. It could be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday rest, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Doesn't matter. So here you could do push, pull. So PS, push, PU, pull, legs. And then here you could do upper, lower. That's a really even split. So this is very even in terms of the amount of volume you're getting for your upper and your lower. If you wanted to get a bit more on the upper rather than lower, then the 2 workouts together here would be another push and then another pull. So instead of doing upper lower, you do another push, another pull. Different workouts to these 2 here. Now, if you wanted a bit of a happy medium in between the upper lower and then the push pull, what you do is you do a push here, and then this one here would be a posterior, so PO. So push would remain the same. Posterior just means that you're going to do 2 exercises in this workout, which also are targeting the legs, but with the back of the legs. So glutes and hams, potentially a calf as well. So you could do, like, for example, you could start the workout with a deadlift, then you could do a lying leg curl, and then you can go and do a horizontal row, a vertical row, and then biceps. That'd be perfect. Because you're getting a bit of posterior in here, in this leg session here, you'd have a bit more focus on the quad. So you probably do here, you do 2 quad, 1 glute ham, 1 calf, and then that'll be it for that workout. That's how I'll structure 5 per week. If you're doing 5 per week, you're really in the realms of you need to really be focusing on what you're doing outside the gym. So you need to really prioritize sleep, 7 to 9 hours a night. You need to really prioritize hydration. You need to really prioritize getting enough food in, so tracking calories or eyeballing it if you're a bit further down the line. But you need to be making sure that the food that you get in your system is really good quality. Because at that level, 5 times per week, it actually becomes more about what you're doing outside the gym in terms of recovery than what you're doing inside the gym. Now, 6 times per week, very advanced. So 6 per week. Now, how would you structure this? Very simply, just do 3 on, 1 off, 3 on, 1 off, 3 on, 1 off. It fits into an 8-day cycle. So every 8 days, you're starting the new workout essentially. So you do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday rest, and then it'll be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then the next week, the Monday will be rest. So next week will be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And you just keep rotating like that. Now, this will not work, obviously, for people who don't want to be training both days of the weekend, because there will be weeks that you train both days of the weekend. This is for someone who's much more advanced and they really want to allocate a lot of time and effort to their training and their physique. Now, how would I structure the workouts on this? Very simple. So you do push, PU, pull, pull, PL, legs. And then you do exactly the same here. Push, PL, do it again, PL, and then legs. Okay. You could switch the pull and the push. You could do the pull first, the push second. I'll do this if I wanted more emphasis on the back, if I wanted to work my back more than my chest and triceps and shoulders. And I would also potentially do this if I wanted to do lower back loading in my pull session. So let's say your pull session here, you want to be doing bent over barbell rows. So you're getting lower back loading from doing that. So if you want to then do in your leg session, maybe RDL or deadlifts, or even squats, your lower back may be slightly tired to be able to actually fulfill this workout properly. So you could put pull here, which could have some lower back loading. Push could be here. Push is a bit easier, gives you an extra 24 hours to get your lower back loading relaxed, rested as well, and then go and do your legs. So just depending on how you structure your actual session and what exercises you're choosing, but that's how I do it. Now, I wouldn't go above 6 times per week in terms of just individual days. So I wouldn't do 7 days per week and go all the way through Monday through to Sunday and then with no rest. What I would do next is I would do like an 8. So after 6 would come an 8 times per week, or a 9, or a 10. And this is really advanced. This is where people are quite strong and the sessions generally have a good amount of volume, and then they need to split it up and they do 2 sessions per day. Not every single day, some days. So let's say on Monday we have here, Tuesday, Wednesday, let's say Thursday's rest, so and let's say then Friday and then Saturday. Okay, so what you do is you'd have this here is going to be AM, this here is going to be PM. So maybe Monday AM you're going to do pull. So you're going to go in and you're going to do pull, but just 3 exercises. So let's say you do 2 vertical rowing, so more lat focused. So you're doing, let's say, pull up and lat pull down, and then you're doing 1 horizontal focus, so you're doing a seated row. So that'll go in there. Then in here, let's say you normally would do biceps after pull, but because you're doing quite a lot of volume in that session, your biceps, when you come to do them straight after 3 exercises, your biceps are cooked. So instead here in the PM, you then do biceps in the PM instead, so biceps. And then potentially on this normal pull day, maybe you do a little bit of reverse fly as well, so you get the rear delt. So you do rear delt there as well. Okay. Now on the Tuesday is a push, PU, and we do 3 exercises again. Let's say we do 2 chest, 1 tricep. Now, normally on a push day, maybe you do some lateral raises as well. So you do lateral raises in the evening instead. Maybe on a push day, you also do, I don't know, maybe a little bit of calves, so you can get calves in twice a week, or maybe abs. So put CA like that, there. And also you could maybe potentially do another shoulder exercise. You could do lateral raises and maybe like upright row, for example. Okay. Wednesday would be legs. Now on a leg day, I would do it 1 workout. I wouldn't do a PM. So PM is not used on a leg day workout, just the AM. Now obviously Thursday's rest. Let's go into the Friday. So Friday we want to repeat what we're doing basically from the Monday, Tuesday. So it's kind of like similar to a 5-day split in the sense of the setup. So Friday we're going to do pull again. So here we're going to go. So here was 2 vertical, 1 horizontal. Here we're going to do 2 horizontal and then 1 vertical. So more emphasis on the depth of the back. Then in the evening again, we're going to go and do maybe bicep, and maybe you want to get a bit more focus on the shoulders again. So you could do the shoulders here. So you could do again your lateral raises and maybe like an upright row or like a rear delt. So we put that there as well. And the reason why I'm saying that is because here we want to go and do push again. And here what we're going to do is we're going to do the 3 again. So it's going to be 2 chest, 1 tricep, and then again I'd make this one here a no-go. That's how I'd do the first initial 2 days per week. So I'd just do 3 days per week where I do double sessions. Then if you really want to progress it, you could progress it in again. So you could have another leg session. For example, this here could become a second leg day here. And if you want to do another double session here, this could become essentially the push one here. So you could be push, but what you could do, you could just do triceps, and let's say you did biceps here as well. And this here, basically this second session here became the push, so the chest. Okay, so you do pull AM, then you do chest in the PM, so your chest was going to here, but now it's here. Then on the Saturday you do the legs, and then you come back in the Saturday evening and you basically just do tricep bicep, not the pull, I don't know what that is. So you do tricep bicep. Okay, so this is how you're splitting your sessions into 2 workouts per day, and you could go as far as 10. I wouldn't go any as far as 10, and I'd still keep the structure on the 5-day split, and I wouldn't necessarily do a double session per every single day. I'll just split it into maybe 2 or 3 days a week where you got the double sessions. And it's not like you're doing more kind of workouts, you're not doing more exercises, you're not doing more kind of higher intensity. What you're doing is that you got to a point where you're quite strong, and let's say in this session here, so let's say you got 3 sets pull-ups, and then you got 3 sets pull downs, and then you got 3 sets of like a horizontal row. So it's 9 sets in one session. Probably take you about 40 minutes as it is, maybe 45, maybe an hour. So still quite a bit of time. And your biceps are going to be cooked after this. Your whole back's going to be cooked after this. Your rear delt's going to be a little bit cooked from the horizontal rowing as well. So if you give yourself like a 3, 4, 5, 6 hour window of, I don't know, maybe going to work, maybe doing something else, and then you can just fit in a bit of biceps and rear delts in the evening, it's basically what you would have done at the end here, but you would have been doing them when you were absolutely cooked. So you're not going to get much from them. Whereas here, we're doing them fresh. You can have a nice meal after this, come back and do it like 3 hours later, something like that. And generally what I do is majority of my PM stuff is the smaller stuff that would be added on at the end of the AM session. So I just need typically maybe like a barbell with a little bit of weight, maybe some light to medium dumbbells. I can maybe even make do and do some of the exercises with like just weights, plates or kettlebells. And typically if I was doing this, the majority of this PM session stuff will be done at home in the evening, opposed to going to the gym again. And I quite like it because my AM session doesn't take me too long, so I can really easily fit it in my lunch break in between work, or I can really go first thing in the morning before work and just get it done in 40-45 minutes. And I can do the PM session either in my lunch break in the afternoon, or then I can do it in the evening when I get home from work, say 5, 6, 7. So it's an alternative way of keeping the volume up quite high but splitting it. But again, it's much more advanced based. Majority of people watching this, you're going to fit into the 3 to 4 per week. Once you feel you've got almost too strong for this, / you're not really going to the gym enough, you're not doing enough exercises across a week to fulfill the goals that you have, you then push on to 5. Once you get to a point where 5 becomes potentially not enough, and you want 2 chest days a week, you want 2 back days, you want 2 leg days a week, then you'd go to 6. Once you exhaust 6, you've been doing it for quite a long time, you can then go on to the double days. Majority of people would want to stay on the 3 per week, the 4 per week for a couple of years, like 2 years even. Then beyond that, once you're not really seeing any more strength gains, you're not seeing any more changes in your physique, then you go to the 5, which is down here. Okay. Hope that helps everybody. I'm going to be setting up an online academy soon, where you'll have access to all this sort of data, help you write your own programs, or show you how to write an actual program. But for the meantime, just pop your name below the video if you're interested in something like that, and I'll add you to the wait list. And then when I've got a little bit more information on it, and once I've figured out how much you're going to structure it, then I'll give you a heads up, and you'll have first option to come and join it if you wish. But to begin with, I hope this video helped. Any questions, just by all means post them below.